Alright, no Mr. Tinkertrain. The only song I'm aware of that you can readily sing the lyrics of a pedophile in the pursuit of a child. Yeah. Alright. I'm going to start off with kind of an E, B4, second frets on the A and D string, E standard tuning here. Okay, we're going to start there, kind of an inverted E5. We're going to hammer into a hammer in, hammer on, hammer up. Dig it. So from that, swing from that bar there on the second frets of the A and D, come up here and grab our B5 chord, hammer on there onto the fourth fret of the D string. I'll make sense of that here in a minute if it doesn't right now. And then we're going to drop that finger off the fourth fret of the D string there. Come back to our bar on the second frets of the A and D. We're going to put our finger up here on this B note on the G string here. Fourth fret of the G string. Kind of a E5 inverted. Come back into that hammer on from the E5 or whatever, B4 into a B5. Maybe put a little something in there between. It don't really matter what note you throw in there. Alright, come up here to a A5, fifth fret on the E string, seventh fret on the A string. E, fifth fret, A, seventh. Two muted taps on that. We're going to go down to the fourth fret in the same position. So we're just going to go 2 on 5, 2 on 4, and then 1, 2, 3, down 3, 2, 1. And then we come right back into our. So when we're walking down there, the last note there leads right into our next one. Coming into the verse or the lyric, or whatever the hell it is, chorus, lyrics, verse. A little variation here. We're going to go 2, 2 down again. We're going to the fifth fret. Then we're going to go 3, 1. Right? And then we're going to go to open A and D, kind of forming a D chord. Down from D up to E instead of going from an F to an E. See what I'm saying? Alright, so after you finish that, come in with the E5 there. Come up and grab your third fret on the E string, G note. A couple mutes on there on the E string, A string muted. B. D note, but it's fucking B string. Anyway. So open A and D, second fret of G, third fret of B. Just hit that. Come back that A5 chord there. Open A, second fret of D, second fret of G. Little bar there on the second fret. Back to our third fret of E. And just back up that A5 a couple times. Come down to that harmonic on the third fret. Now if you're having trouble hitting that like I can a lot of times, it might not be just your ability to hit that squeal, it might just be the position of your hand. You know what I mean? I have a tendency to want to mute my strings a little bit more, so I move my hand up more. I don't want my palm muting to be all fucking sloppy. So anyway, so my hand rests here naturally. Okay, so when I try to play these fucking squeals on the third fret, I gotta bring my hand back on the bridge, otherwise I'm out of position to catch the son of a bitch. Now the issue with that for me is that my hand keeps trying to reach back to my fucking original position where I keep my hand all the time. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not, maybe. You know what I mean? So I gotta consciously move my goddamn hand back on the bridge to hit that. So I'm just trying to say is maybe that you're having the same problem. That might be what it is. You just gotta get your hand right there. But maybe I'm just fucked up. Anyway. Alright, I'm gonna come back to a couple E. Sandwiched in with the third fret there. Same routine there. Dig that? Alright, then we're going to slide up in here to the 17th fret of B. Grab our 18th fret of E. Wah pedal on there is going to give it more accuracy to what you're hearing when you're hearing Zakk Wylde play it. Alright, we'll come back into the... I'm not sure how it goes. Dig that? Back to the same thing. Volume back, or however you want to do it. Hit that E5 chord there, the open E, bar on the second fret of A and D. I'm just going to be walking through the chords we already learned here, the D and the A. But we're also going to be using, do we use G yet? Seems like we have. Now we're just using the solo note there. Not really the chord. But anyway, so here we go. Now, I don't know if when you hear the recording, you hear it sounds like he double taps that E. Kind of double taps that A too. Alright, let's try this way here. We'll go hit our E5 there. Then we'll come up here and hit our D. Then we're going to hit, instead of double tapping an E, maybe that's what it is. That just sounds not the way I think it goes. But anyway, so instead of double tap on an E, go to that, hit an open A and D, which is just our D chord. Sounds more like it than. Then same would go for our next chord. I mean, you can play it however you choose. Just double tap it and then come up to the D to the A. But the way I hear it again on the A is go from that D to an open D and G, which is a G chord. See how you still got the same shape from the D to the E and from G to A. Alright, well hopefully you get that. And then we're just going to kind of call that rake up that D chord. Come down here and fret your A major, your open A, second frets on D, G, and B. And I really hear that major third in there, so you might want to make sure you. And then bend up here on the 15th fret of B. So open B. Bend up to an E here. That's all we're doing. So bend up on that 15 on B. To an open B. To another fretted B actually. Actually this is E. And then B, B. That harmonic. You can even hit the E and B together. You got a wah pedal on there, it's going to have a nice ring on it when you hit that open string. Anyway, let's get back to the verse here where it picks up. So, it's kind of challenge here to come in where to the A chord. It's a little like cut short or something. But here we go. Muted E5. We're going to come up here. We're going to fret our G chord with open D and G, the third fret of B. We're going to go between that and our D. So. So we're going what? G, D, back to G, and then we're going to go back to D again, but we're going to cut it off and bring it down, so we're coming up to the E. That kind of validates the thing with the slow part of the verse. Alright, so that first part there with the D. That's where it gets a little tricky. And you come in with 2 taps of a D to a G. Those open D and G strings again to the A. The same thing with our G, D, back to G. Alright, I might be botching this up. So the first one. back to the G. And the same thing we did in our verse. That top half of D, and lead into our chorus. Now for this, you can kind of just do a walk through, get your grab your E5 here on the 2nd fret of D, 4th fret of G. You mute that A string. So yeah, just kind of walk through the. So just muting that A string, hitting our open E, 2nd fret of D, 4th fret of G, and just kind of walk. Don't really matter there. You just go through. Walking through our chords there. Our D, open D chord, 2nd fret of the E, 3rd fret of B, 2nd fret of G, and open A, open G, open D. One from our E. Leaving our 2nd fret off E there, I guess. So open E. Harmonic given on where he's at in the song. And the way I play that broken part there, that's easier, especially if you're really distorted. Almost like I could throw that off and leave that like an open E. That wah pedal on there, it sounds pretty good. But anyway. The way I'd really play that would be to go play open string arpeggiated. Start out with that E. We're just going to leave our 2nd fret there on the D. We'll go open G and open B. And you can kind of pick out the pattern here, whatever sounds good to you, really. So, rely on you to try to pick this up here. I'm not going to space all this out. Just kind of. See the difference there? You're playing the. It's kind of. We go to that, and we go to. Let me think here. Where am I? And we'll go from a. Add our F sharp there to our D, give it a major. So that's not it, but so get a jump on that neck for putting our D note in there. We're just going to start F, 4th fret there on the D string, 2nd fret of G, just our D major kind of thing. They call it D over F sharp, I think. It's basically just D major. Our D chord there, 2nd fret of G, 3rd fret of B. We're going to leave open E on there. and grab our 4th fret of D. And the first time we go from an open B to the 3rd fret. And here we go. I hope that made sense. That probably just easier to stick to the big heavy chord. But there's some of that, I don't hear that shit in there. Alright, we'll go back to the beginning with the E4 or the B4, E5, whatever you want to call it. Same thing, then we bring it up to the 4th fret there. Same exact pattern, just 2 frets up. We go to 7th twice, 6th twice, and 5, 4, 3. On our second pass, we'll go ahead and slide on down here our 2nd fret of A, create a B5. And we're back into our chorus. So and then I come in here and grab the D. Fucking don't sound right, but grab that D chord. That sounds a little better. Let me just walk down with the melody there. So we'll go D to a A5, now E4. Play that A5 chord without the root. It's on the D and G strings. Here, the recording sounds like it just goes on the second turnaround after the harmonic. That's what it sounds like. You don't necessarily have to grab that low. It'll be a little easier to pull off to the G chord out of that. Now on that, I like to go back to what I did in the beginning when we came into the chorus and just hit that D to an A. Because it goes right along with the lyrics. When he says, they call me Mr. Tinkertrain. They call me. As far as I'm going here, the little lick there before it comes back into the second verse is actually pretty simple. One a few times. Just a bar there on the 2nd fret of D and G. Just keep that shape. Slide up to the 3rd fret, back to the 2nd. And that's just walking down the thing. I really don't have the solo worked out yet, but if you want to take it on, I can give you some spots where you're at. I think you start out here in the E box, E pentatonic. Right there, and I think that's what I don't really have worked out that. So that's all right there in the E box, and we'll come down here to a little. Right there in 11 and 9 on the D and G strings. Like I said, I really don't have it worked out. I'm just throwing this out there for anybody who might want to try to pick it up on their own. And then come up here into our A box. Kind of there. Like I said, this is just kind of a roundabout way to show you if you want to try to pick it up on your own. And what's the other thing? And then it comes to the E box again. And I think he finishes up in the E, F sharp. I'm not going to embarrass myself any further with that. Like I said, I don't really have that worked out, but that's kind of where it's at. So dive in and see what you can figure out.